from the caption, Beyonce's tour bus has been robbed in Atlanta. It wasn't an actual tour bus. It looked like it was an SUV. It was parked and it was robbed. It's very unfortunate. I want you guys to subscribe to the channel. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Welcome to the channel, Big Picture. I want y'all to call in at 917-376-1068. Let me know your thoughts and how y'all feel about this. You know, there's a lot of speculations going around on why her SUV was robbed. Some people are saying, you know, allegedly it was a scam, like an insurance scam. All these different things, like, you know, people, you know, in the you know, now we got social media, so people, when they hear information like this, all these different types of things, excuse me, you know, come into the universe, right? And me personally, I never would have thought that, you know, insurance, or, you know, was it an inside job? You know, maybe a disgruntled employee, a dancer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been any of those things. We don't know. Or it could have been somebody who was just literally like trying to, who found out that it was Beyonce, that it was her, you know, her tour bus, and said, you know what, we're going to follow them. We're going to track them. We're going to watch them, and we're going to track her down, and we are going to steal whatever's in there. Now, what was in there was, you know, of course, she had probably personal items, but they also said that, excuse me, that there were some unreleased music that was in the car also. So that's crazy, because now you spent all this time and money on recording this music. Now you're gonna have, now it's stolen, it's gone. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't understand how, you know, Beyonce, you would think that she'd be moving around with security, with jeeps, cars, people in helicopters, jumping out of planes. Like, you would think that she would have hella security, and for her not to have that security is crazy. Like, why doesn't Beyonce have this security? You know what I'm saying? Like, this woman is a hell of a star. You understand what I'm saying? Not only is she a R&B hip hop artist, you understand what I'm saying, but she is a country artist too. So she's everywhere. She's everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? This woman is she's everywhere. So I don't understand how you don't have the security to handle situations like this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is crazy. Now, all of this music, they saying that they have a warrant for someone's arrest. I don't know. What's good, St. Louis? What's good? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all show love. Make sure y'all hit the notification button. If you haven't already, you can call in if you like, 917-376-1068. You know, and briefly tell me what you think about this situation. You know what I'm saying? This is something we would not ever think this would happen to Beyonce. Real talk. Like, nobody in a million years would think Beyonce's tour bus was robbed. You know, yes, it can happen to anybody. Yes, it can happen to anybody. Yes, I get it. But, like, yo, like, you would think that she has security, like the light-skinned dude, the tall light-skinned dude who's always around her and Jay-Z. Like, where was this dude at? Well, guess what? He was probably, because this happened, I believe this happened when she was on stage, or when they was like in the arena, whatever the case is. So it's not like she was in the tour bus too. This wasn't the case. This was not the case. So, you know, by the grace of God, she wasn't there when it happened. So this could have easily been an inside job, man. This could have easily been an inside job, you know, because who could know when when the truck was going to be there, when it was there. Like, this is crazy. That's crazy. Let me know what in the comments what y'all think about this. Like I said, the numbers on the in the caption also. Yeah, man, Beyonce. You know, I know she's tight right now, man. I know Jay-Z is tight right now because it's a bad look. Like, yeah, there's no such thing as bad media. There's no such thing as bad media, right? Or but this right here is not a good look. You know what I'm saying? You know, you feel like your safety is at jeopardy when you like, yo, somebody's watching me. Somebody's clocking us, bro. Like somebody's really like on our tail, watching what we're doing, where we're going. Like, what's good, bro? What's good? How you doing, family? How you doing? Just talking about this Beyonce situation. Her tour bus was just robbed, and a lot of music. They said there was some new unreleased music was stolen from the SUV. So the cops have this happened on July 8th. So this happened on July 8th. So I don't know, you know, why. I'm not gonna say why we just hearing about it, but nah, she wasn't in it. She was not in it. I think she was in the arena. This happened when they was like in the arena, or you know, and you know, them people must have been tracking her, like, you know, just following her. You know what I'm saying? Or this could have been an inside job. People on the internet are saying this could have been a scam, like an insurance scam. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been rumors that, you know, Rock Nation and Jay-Z have been going through he's been lately, yeah, going through some legal issues, but also insurance issues too, trying to, you know, not insurance issues, but trying to get credit and things of that nature. So, you know, everybody has their input across the social media networks of how they feel, you know, what they feel happened, why it could have happened. You know, I like when this light's on. But let me know what y'all think with this light on right here. Let me know if it's bothering y'all. But I kind of like it when this light's on. Maybe this is a sign from God. I need to be on like TV or something like that. But let me know what y'all think of this light. Should I turn the light off or should I keep it on? But I don't know. I like light. I like light. Do you think that guy is Jay? Yeah, man. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I was watching somebody else live and I was like, yo, that was Jay-Z's son, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, oh, you want to act like you know what I'm saying? I said, that's either Jay-Z's son or that's one of them country artists that's hating. Like, yo, oh, you think you could just sing country music and sing R&B whenever you want? Yeah, man, that kid looked just like him, bro. That kid, Ramir, looks just like Jay-Z, bro. Like, and Jay-Z has to surrender to the courts by July 18th to hand in that the DNA. You gotta do that. You gotta do that test, man. You gotta go on Maury. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because people feel like, you know, if Jay-Z's the father, that, you know, it's gonna hurt their legacy or whatever. You know, because this kid has been coming at Jay-Z for years, and Jay-Z said he's been coming at him for years. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. Call Maury up, man. Hit him up. Yeah, but like, yo, if I knew I was sleeping around, man, and I saw a kid look just like me, I would do the DNA test. His mom was 15 when she had him, so this is why people like, they're like, yo, like, you was literally sleeping with 15-year-old girls when you was in your 20s. Like, yeah, that nigga was doing. He was getting busy, and I was talking to one of my. He don't want to look like a petty. Yeah, he don't want to look like a pedophile. And I was talking to one of my guys the other day. He from Brooklyn, and he was like, "Yo, that was a thing back in the days in Brooklyn. You know, you older niggas, they was running around, not using condoms, sleeping with younger girls. They was sleeping with 16-year-old girls, 17-year-old girls. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, Jay was messing with Foxy. You understand what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying, when she was younger or whatever the case is. So, you know, that has always been a rumor, allegedly. You know what I mean? So it's like, we don't, like, you know, when OG tell me something like that, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And it's just like, at the end of the day, it's get that man. Listen, that boy wants to know who his father is. That guy is 32 years old. I don't care if he was 32 years old or 62 years old. I want to know who my father is. I don't care if he Jay-Z. I don't care if he Diddy. I don't care if he Barack Obama. I don't care if he the guy on the corner asking for 50 cents in a Lucy. You understand what I'm saying? I want him. If my mother told me, like, yo, that was your father, I want to know who. I want to know if he's my father or not. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, yeah, as Jay-Z, as a grown man, yeah, bro, like, if that's your son, get that man, hit him with a bag, yo. Hit that boy with a bag, man. Let me see if I can just curve it a little bit. That way, y'all don't actually like see the light. You feel me? Yeah, this is a little better. This is a little better. Get that boy some bread, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that boy some bread. Drop him a bag. You know what I'm saying? He deserves it. That's your son. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? October 3rd can't come any quicker. Diddy, he's about to get sentenced. You know, I saw his son on social media today. What's his name? Christian. He was in some club, I guess, promoting one of his songs, and he was telling his girl to twerk or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bend over, do what she do. And she was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly he was telling her to twerk. And she was just like, no. And I'm like, Dad, yo, bro, you ain't learned nothing from your pops, B. Like, stop using these women, you know what I'm saying, as pawns, or stop using them in the wrong manner. You know what I'm saying? When you're putting out music, or when you're in locations or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't stop it, bro. Stop it. It's not a good look, B. And the look on her face, she was just like, the look on her face, it was like she wanted to say no so many other times, but she didn't have the courage to say no. That was the no. That was the no that she gave him. It wasn't like, oh nah, stop playing, nigga. Nah. it was like I wanted to say no for 100 years type no. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play it for y'all so y'all can kind of get an idea of what, you know what I'm saying, what happened. Let me see. Cause I know I'm not bugging. Yeah. Yeah, so that was that kind of no. That was that kind of no. And I was just like, that's sad, bro. Like, whoever her father is, B, yeah, he want to be just like his father. There's so many different qualities you can take from your father than getting girls to do things that they don't feel comfortable doing, and I really felt bad. I really felt bad for her, B. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel bad for his son too, because it's like, yo, bro, like, start your own business, man. Take some of that money your father got, start your own business. Do something positive, man. Go to some of these schools in the neighborhoods, or programs, and talk to these kids or something like that. But yeah, man, I saw that. I was just like, damn. But yeah, Diddy's about to get sentenced on October 3rd. We're gonna, his destiny will be told then. A lot of people feel like he's gonna get time served, because he's been sitting in jail for not so long, but before a year, and for a charge that I don't feel he never would have got. I feel that if in the beginning, if it was see, that's what I'm trying to see. I feel like he's not gonna get that much time, because in the beginning, if he was getting charged for prostitution, he wouldn't even been sitting in jail. He would have got a bail. He would have got bail. He would have got, maybe some probation or something like that, because that happens so much in the music industry. people flying girls in and out of state, in and out the country. They're paying them to do this, taking them shopping. Like, I just think there was just so much. There was just so much. So many other things like Cassie, like, you know, with the video. I think it was the video that really hurt him. It was a video that really hurt Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. The video. What else? I think it was mainly the video. I can't really say it was anything else that really could have really put him under the jail, to be honest with you. You know, other than the video and Cassie speaking up. And who else? Yeah, man. So it's like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't really see him sitting for a long time. You know, I don't see Diddy sitting for a long time. You know, if he sits, he'll probably sit for another year or two, the most. You know, pay a hefty fine and get up out of there, and that'll be it for him. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit the notification button. There's a lot going on. You know, like I said earlier, you know, hopefully they find out who robbed Beyonce's tour bus, because, you know, that's crazy. Like, I mean, whoever did it, they really tried it, man. They really tried it, and they were successful. They were successful. I must say, they were successful. Like, nobody got hurt. Nobody. You know, I don't know if it was a stick up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was. But, hey, what's up, cousin? How you doing? Shout out to the Chi-Town. What's going on? What's going on? I know you see the caption. I know you see the caption. Yes. It's crazy. I mean, because Jay, you know, Jay don't play that. And Jay got a lot of dudes in Atlanta. Jay got a lot of dudes in Atlanta who ride for him. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, they gonna find out who did it. You know what I'm saying? The streets is talking. The streets is watching. They talking now. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly don't feel it's no insurance scam or scheme. Because listen, man, Jay-Z is too big. He's too big of an artist to even entertain a thought of doing some type of insurance scam or whatever the case is. Do you know how much hot water that will put on Jay or Roc Nation, Beyonce, just to be doing a scam? Oh, yeah. Well, the caption, yeah, it says she got robbed. Yeah, her tour bus got robbed. Yeah, man. They was in Atlanta on Krog Street. Okay, so where the hell is Krog Street in Atlanta? I wish I knew somebody in Atlanta who was on here. All right, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Is Krog Street? Okay. Is Krog Street in Atlanta an urban area? Let's see. Yes, Krog Street, often referred to as Krog Street, is absolutely in an urban area of Atlanta. Okay? Is it dangerous? Well, yeah. So, let me see. Is it dangerous over there? Is it dangerous over there? I love ChatGPT, y'all, for real. It's like data chat. I mean, what kind of publicity stunt do you like? Like how? Urban neighborhood, East Atlanta. And in part, including Cross Street. Violent crime runs about 2. Wow. Yeah. It's somewhat a rough area. I don't think it's a publicity stunt, bro. Like, how much more publicity does Beyonce and them need? Like, Jay-Z just got on the stage, performed with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? She's been trending with her tours, you know, cars. What she had? Like, I think a car almost fell off the rope or something like that. Then she changed it up and got a rope for a horse or something like that. Well, that could be a thing. But listen, July 18th is still, hold up, what's today's date? He got Friday, baby. He got up till Friday Friday is still the 18th, B. I don't care how. I don't care if they got tour bus got robbed, if they stole tires, if they stole the freaking wheel. All right, July 18th, bruh, gotta turn himself in for that DNA. All right, we will know if he is. We will know probably a couple days after that if he is the father of that young man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, what was y'all doing in the hood? What was y'all doing in the hood? Y'all was not perform. All right. Let me do some more research. Was Beyonce's tour bus near a venue that they were performing at? Because that's what I was hearing too. Was Beyonce's tour. All right, let's see right now. Yes, Beyonce's tour bus have indeed been parked close to venues. No, okay, yeah. Okay. Beyonce's tour buses have indeed been parked close to the venues where she performed, for example, during the Cowboy Carter tour in Atlanta Stadium, local media. Okay. Let me see. Was it, I gotta be specific. Was the tour bus next to the venue when it got robbed on Krog Street in Atlanta? Let's see. There's been no report of Beyonce's tour bus being robbed and no indication it was even near the robbery site. Here's what happened on July 8th. Thieves broke into a rented Jeep Wagoneer belonging to Beyonce's choreographer. Okay. So this is what it is. So according to ChatGPT, it says that thieves broke into a rented Jeep Wagoneer belonging to Beyonce's choreographer and dancer DeAndre Blue. The SUV was parked in a Krog Street Market parking garage, not next to any performance venue, but in the Krog Street NE area, close to the Beltline and some local retail, not the Mercedes-Benz. Okay. Stolen items included unreleased music, set lists, wow, tour footage, wow, laptops, designer eyewear, and AirPods Max. Sheesh. As confirmed by multiple sources. Wow, it was a choreographer's rented SUV. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, my people. So, it was Beyonce's choreographer. Wow. Christopher Grant. Sheesh, I know she is mad at him, bro. I know she is like, yo, what the hell was you doing over there? And then you really can't say that because this is probably a grown man who can go wherever the hell he want to go. Like you can't tell this nigga like, yo, what you doing over here? You know what I'm saying? He probably was going over there to see a joint or something like that. You can't. Come on, B. Can't do that. Just can't do that, baby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was robbed. His choreographer's tour bus. I mean, her choreographer's truck was broken into. That's what it was. It wasn't her tour bus. I stand corrected. Okay. So what I'll probably do is change the thumbnail on the video, so people won't feel like Beyonce got robbed, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But it does. If you stole something from her choreographer, then yeah, You stole something from me, to be honest with you. You understand? Like, that's just what it is. You stole something from my core. Like, that's like you know, somebody stealing something from your wife, or somebody stealing something from your cut, you know, somebody close to you. That's like you stealing from me, especially if it got something to do with my especially if the person works with me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you stole from me, you know? But it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, you know, and all of that work put into, but why was unreleased music in there? This and yo, and this is the illest part. Like, that might be God working. This might be a God thing. This this might be a God did. Because how do we know that Beyonce knew he had unreleased music on him? How, maybe Beyonce didn't even know that this dude was riding around with unreleased music of Beyonce. And this was God's way, or maybe, oh, this could be flipped around so many ways. Maybe somebody in the crew, somebody on the inside knew that he was riding around, or that he had Beyonce's unreleased music and lined him up. This can be flipped so many ways. So many ways. I didn't even look at it like that. Wow. This is crazy. What was homeboy doing with that music? He got, and now Beyonce's probably like, yo, she's probably like, yo, what you riding around with my music for? You ain't supposed to have my music, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was Beyonce, I'd be ready to sue homeboy. I mean, he probably ain't got nothing to, you know, sue for, but at least now you know if this was the case. Now you know who was the leak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, thank God, by the grace of God, we've never experienced Beyonce having a problem with unreleased music, you know, being released early before her release dates or anything like that, or somebody trying to bootleg, like, you know, that was never the case, you know. But I'm pretty I have a gut feeling that she didn't even know homeboy had that music on him, because it's too much of a coincidence. I mean, yeah. Okay, we're in Atlanta. Croc Street is an urban area. Those Wagoneers are some really nice cars. Cars get jacked in Atlanta like every day. All right. So I don't know, like, why wasn't he cautious of this? This is my thing. Like, homeboy should have been cautious of where you at. Yo, I got Beyonce on, but niggas be slipping. Dudes be slipping, yo. They be slipping. You know, this might be an act from God. Low key. This can easily be an act from God, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You see what's going on, man. We make correction. Jay-Z has to take the test for Ramir on the 18th, or he will be the legal father. He indirectly admitting that's his son. Yeah, he got to take that test, man. Jay got to take that test on the 18th. If that's his son, listen, he just better be ready for all type of, that kid about to be all over media. Do you know how many interviews that kid Ramir gonna get? Just for people knowing that's his son. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the ill part about it is he probably gonna be a good brother too. Like, he's gonna, like, you know, Blue, you know, she could use a big brother if that's the case. Sir and Rumi, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce's youngest be wildin'. I think they just let her do whatever she wants. Yeah, Rumi, I love Rumi. Rumi's my favorite. I got love for Deja. I was about to say Deja. Blue Ivy. I got love for Blue Ivy. You know, I've never seen Sir. You know, I see maybe like 1 or 2 pictures of him. But I love Rumi, because when Rumi get on that stage, it's just something about her aura. Like, she's not on stage to perform. Blue Ivy, she's on stage to perform. She's on stage to dance and to fit into whatever type of choreography or what's going on in the set. But Rumi, she's like, yo, I'm gonna be a kid. Like my mother's Beyonce. Like I'm gonna come up out here, I'm gonna cheese, I'm gonna jump up and down, I'm gonna do all of that, I'm gonna throw up the I don't know how they do that. Oh, I did it perfectly. Wow. She be throwing up the heart joints. You know what I'm saying? She bring a whole nother vibe to the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the part, that's the kid. Yeah, we love seeing Blue Ivy, but that's the kid I want to see if you're going to bring kids on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some, like, real, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people relate to her, too. You know, she's real, like, that's real. Like, I like when they do that. I like when Beyonce did that. You know what I'm saying? They bring Rumi on stage like that, you know? And Jay-Z's been performing lately, too, with her. She's been bringing him on stage to perform. I can't wait for them to, like, really, like, do a tour or something like that. As much as I have, like, a bittersweet thing with, you know, with the Jay-Z and the Beyonce, the way they, you know, come across the media when performing. But I would really love to see Jay-Z and Beyonce perform, you know, because Jay-Z performing by himself, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been a fan of watching Jay-Z perform by himself. I've always needed him to perform with somebody else, you know? So with him and Beyonce doing that girlfriend track they got, the Tupac joint, and Drunk in Love, and, like, you know, bringing other people. It's sad that him and Kanye are not friends anymore. I would love to see Kanye. Nova 9, what's up, kid? This is what I'm saying. Jay-Z too stiff on stage. Like I think Jay-Z feeds off other people's energy when he's on stage. And I think he even said it the best. Jay said it the best. Like when when DMX was alive and he had to go on stage right after DMX, like he felt like that was hard, like it was impossible, because, you know, DMX, he has like that, he had that energy, you know what I'm saying? And people gave that energy when he was on stage, and then he would end his performances with a prayer, you know what I'm saying? And Jay was like, yo, how do I come back from that? How do I get that kind of energy, that kind of attention after what DMX did? You know what I'm saying? He made thugs. Yes, DMX made thugs cry. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z, he don't give off that same energy when he performs. Like, he's, like y'all just said, he's kind of like stiff or whatever the case is, you know. Maybe he had it because they were going to work on choreography and dances too. Yeah, listen, that could easily be a thing too. I was just saying, one of Jay said that he asked what was the choreographer doing with the music in the first place. So when he said that, yes, that could be a thing too, what you're saying. Or, like I said, it could have been an act of God. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce not knowing he even had the music. So it could be either, it could be, you know, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. That could be that too. It could be that for sure. But yeah, man, yeah, Jay-Z, like, he needs to be, that's why you really don't see too many Jay-Z, like, performances back in the day. I mean, you know, now, you know, you don't really see too many Jay performances, you know. I mean, the man is rich. He's wealthy. So he ain't got to perform. You know, he can pop out for his wife, you know, and that's that. You know, I heard he might be doing a tour for a project that he might be dropping. You know what I'm saying? So that might be a thing. But yeah, but Jay, Hov is still my greatest rapper of all time. Jay-Z is my number one greatest rapper of all time. Like, and it's not up for debate. It really isn't. And ATL, the local criminals, are on to Trilling Stars that come to. Yeah, that's why That's why, you know, it could be so many different things. Like in Atlanta, they eat, sleep, and ish that. They will ride you. They hear you in, I think they do that in Atlanta. They do that in Houston. They do that in California. They don't do that in New York. Unless you like real flashy, then they gonna, you know, they gonna line you up. But those big, like Memphis, Tennessee, like cities like that. I don't know if I said Florida or Miami or whatever, but like definitely LA, definitely LA. Like if you go to their town and you can't be riding around with no freaking unreleased music, man. You better put that joint in the freaking one of those locked up, those glove compartments that got a safe on it or something like that. You can't have that stuff just sitting in the back seat like it's some groceries or something like that. Pair of sneakers or something. Nah, B, like them dudes, that's how they eat out there. That's how they eat out there, man. I was listening to I think it was what's that girl from Jessica? The girl from 105.1, Just the Mess or something like that. She said that she got robbed. I think it was her. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it was her. She said that she got robbed in her own town and knew the dude that was robbing her. So it's like, he was like, yo, I'm sorry, man. You gotta get this up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, be like, that's a real thing, man. Like, that's a real thing. Like, you gotta be careful in these towns, in these cities. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you riding around with all of this merchandise. These people don't care, man. I really hope that Beyonce gets her music back. I hope that they retrieve all of the even all the way down to the AirPods Air Max, the AirPods Max, like the footage. Like she just dropped a movie not too long ago, so of course she's taking footage. She's getting footage and all that kind of stuff, like 24/7. All of those things play a role in her brand. So I really hate to see things like that happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sad story, you know. But you know, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I think they said that they have a warrant out for the person, so they might know who it is, because you know it's a small town. Atlanta's, you know, people talk and money talk. You know what I'm saying? So all Jay had to do was holler at a couple of his young homies in Atlanta. Say, yo, listen, man, I got $100,000 for a name. Give me his Instagram. $100,000 cash. And niggas is on that. Half up front, half when we catch him. So I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? Streets is talking now. So they gonna get all that stuff back. They gonna get all that stuff back. And the illest part about it is, though, and this is the illest part, I don't even think that those dudes knew that they was robbing Beyonce's choreographer. I don't think they knew that. I think they just thought they was just robbing some random person who was just maybe an artist, you know, or maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they knew it was Beyonce's choreographer. I don't think they knew. Because if you knew that and you had some type of sense, then you'd be like, yo, this is gonna come back to me. Or it could have been one of those young, them YNs. These YNs don't care. They don't care if you Jay-Z. They don't care if you're the president. They catch you lacking, they coming for that. They coming for you. These YNs don't care. They have no respect. They ain't honoring no codes. They ain't doing none of that. If they see you lacking, they coming for you. The YNs are coming for you, and they not thinking twice about it. They're not thinking twice about it. Going to jail to them is like a vacation. They're like, oh, all right, we gonna do our time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they YNs, by the time they come out, they gonna be 30, 40 years old, or whatever the case is. Probably have a name for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You know? But It could have easily been YN, something like that. Young boys, just who really do it, who really get busy. You know what I'm saying? Who really get busy. Track them down. Saw the car coming out of 7-Eleven or something like that. It's like, oh wow, who that? You know what I'm saying? Bam, caught him. Bang, got him. Took everything and they bounced. They don't got Beyonce's tour bus written on it, like, oh, this is Beyonce's choreographer. Like, they don't know that. They don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different ways that it could have went down or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, hopefully everything works out for the best. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys are having a great summer. Friday is the 18th. I will be going live on Friday the 18th, and we're gonna do an update on this Jay-Z DNA test that he's doing for his maybe son, Ramir. All right, because we want justice for Ramir. Okay, we want justice for Ramir. I want justice for Ramir. Any man out there, I don't give a fuck if you young or old. You want to know who your father is, you do whatever you got to do to find out who your father is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he deserves the right to know who his father is. And like I said before, I was talking to one of my dudes the other day from Brooklyn, and I honestly feel if this was Diddy's son, he probably wouldn't have been saying the same thing. He'd have been like, nah, Diddy, why don't Diddy just find out if that's his son or not? But I think being that he was from Brooklyn, I feel like he was kind of like sticking up for Jay-Z. Like, he was like, yeah, if your son, if this happened to you and the kid was 32 years old, would you want to be trying to make up with him and trying to get to know him or whatever? The kid, like, what that got to do with it? What that got to do with me wanting to have to learn who this guy is or whatever? What that got to do with it? If he's my son, I have no choice but to sit down with him, tell him who I am, tell him, you ain't got to tell him everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just meeting him. You're still bonding with him. But, you let him know, hey, listen, I met your mother one night. It was a one-night stand or whatever it was. We had a little relationship after, and that was that. Like, can we invite him to family reunions? Yes, that's your son. He has to come to family reunions. He has to come to the Beyoncé mansion and all that. Like, that's your son. But you grow into stuff like that. In the beginning, it's gonna feel awkward because you're human, whether he's your son or not. You're human. He's human. So yes, Jay-Z is gonna feel awkward. I would feel awkward if I'm 45 and if I find out somebody 18, 19 years old is my son or daughter, or even 22, 23 years old is my daughter or son, I'm going to feel awkward too. But I'm going to have to face the facts and start some type of bonding situation with them. You understand what I'm saying? Because, that's just life. But I'm not going to, intentionally treat him like he's not my son or intentionally not want to get, a chance to know who he is as a person. You got to meet your grandmother, my mother. You got to meet your uncles, your aunts, and all these different things, man. You got to do that, man. He's now a part of your legacy, So we got to, some things you just got to suck up, man. You just got to suck it up. It's just life, man. It's just life, yo. And I hope Jay-Z, is able to step up to the plate. I'm surprised he's been fighting it for so long, but that's just how some people are. That's just how some people are. But yeah, man, let me know. Let me know, Vanan. I haven't heard from you in a while, man. Hope all is well with you. I hope you're doing well in school. I know this is the summertime, and hopefully you're not in summer school. Summer school can suck. It's not fun. But if you are, continue to keep the good work. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. And my people, listen, I love what all you guys are doing with the channel. You guys have been subscribing. Y'all have been watching the content. I see the numbers are going up. The views are going up. And we're almost at that monetization level. And once I get to monetization level, yes, all of y'all will be celebrating with me. Um, I'm gonna probably like do some type of situation. I'm gonna get some gift cards. Once I get monetized, I'm gonna get like a whole bunch of gift cards or whatever, and I'm gonna do a live, and I'm gonna probably do something like, hey, listen, if you call in and if I ask you a question or something like that, give away, $20, $30 gift cards or something like that. Um, Definitely have me some champagne on deck, because that's an accomplishment. It's an accomplishment, and I work hard for my brand, whether it's making strategic decisions when it comes to advertising and marketing and posting and all of those different things. Like it takes, it's a thought process. It's definitely a thought process. And I'm going to be going to some events that's coming up this weekend, out in Jersey and in Harlem. And I will be going live, so y'all be able to see it live. And yeah, I'm just gonna be showing y'all love, and I'm gonna be bringing y'all some really good content. Thank you for my people who have been supporting the brand, giving me ideas. My boy Jay, my boy Lo, you know what I'm saying? Me, like, keep the ideas coming. We growing, we all growing as a team, you know what I'm saying? And I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. All right. I feel like I'm gonna probably come back on here late tonight. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. I might come on late tonight because I see I get a lot of traction in the nighttime, for all my people who's on the different coasts and all other kind of stuff. And I want to go live in the morning. I think I'm gonna go live tomorrow morning on my way to work. So y'all can catch me on my way to work tomorrow morning. Coffee Break Podcast, and yeah, man, that's just what it is, man. So listen, much love. Happy Monday to y'all. Thank God it's Monday. Y'all stay safe, stay positive, you know what I mean? And don't never, 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 never think or live broke. All right? Talk to y'all later. One.